because you don't know the reason somebody walking the path that they going on. And our young men don't never have that outlet. Our parents have become their friends, so they think like them. They let them do whatever around them, and our kids think it's okay. When in reality, they're going to grow up in 25, 30 years old and going to look back and say, what did I do with my life? What did I see? Where did I get to go? I think getting out of Lubbock and seeing some of the rest of Lubbock will help a lot of our kids be like, this is my real goal. Not a box Chevy on 28s, but a $200,000 house on a block that everybody's house looked the same. A regular car because I'm not getting attention from the police because this a car that they see every single day. But it's a struggle right now because where our kids do that at? Where's that safe place for us? Where's that safe place for our young men to say, hey, well, I got beef with you, you got beef with me, let's talk it out. Let's figure out where we can come to a truce, and we not shooting up our grandma and our neighbors' houses and hitting anybody in sight because we just shooting guns.
And we used to have rules, grandmas and all that. That's out of there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I was even talking to my neighbor the other day. He 8 years old. And I was like, when I was growing up, somebody would have punched you in your mouth if they heard you talking back to your mom. That would have been that free, like you
smack.
Yeah, you'd be like, you hit me? Yeah, I hit you for talking back to your mom.
Did you talk to your mom?
Yeah.
What to your mama?
You feel me?
You
like
saying what?
It's just different. Yeah. It's like them, but you my partner. Yeah. You shouldn't talk back to your mama.
Exactly. So a lot of our kids don't ever talk to nobody who don't think like them. And when everybody around you think the same, you're gonna get the same answers for every problem. So if me and you partners and I say, man, this girl done messed me over, you think I should go try to holler at her best friend? And you gonna say, yeah, man, go holler at her best friend. Man, that ain't me being a good man. That's me being a dog and doing her dirty. But nobody ain't telling them that, right? So if they don't have the father figure, they don't have men in their lives to show them what real men have been, what do our kids have? And at some point, we have to create that environment for them. That's why we go to the neighborhood. We don't have to be in Parkway every day. Jazz and I both can go anywhere we want to go. Coach Wag live anywhere he want to live. But we go to our neighborhood because we want them to be able to come to us. We want them to be in our neighborhood and feel comfortable and feel safe enough to say, hey, I don't have to do what everybody else do. I want to be like these guys who put on for our kids instead of helping our kids get a hold of drugs. And then I wanted to change some of those guys who have been in the streets because that's all some of the cats have known. I want them to be leaders that say, man, we can get a bigger influence and a bigger impact if we doing the right thing instead of us doing the wrong thing.
Low key,
right? If we ain't selling drugs and shooting up people, we got a following, but how many people gonna be able to get the mayor and those people who come to anywhere they having them at?
Yeah, you say you want the clout. This is the way to get the real clout. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just having a bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Like
expanding your picture, right? Expanding that picture from tunnel vision. Oh, I need to make money. To where do I want to see my life at in 10 years? Do I want to have a life in 10 years? Because at the pace that some of our young men going right now, they're not making it 10 years. Free.
But I don't think they really care about making, not to say towards the year, they're living for every day. You know what I'm saying? They're living for every day.
And that's the struggle of growing up in a community where you've been poor, is that you've seen mama say, we need to make it through this month. Not, we need to make it 5 years down the road, right? Or we need to be saving 5 years down the road. So our mentality has been, I need to make it through each day. I need to make it, I'm not worried about what's happening in the month because I may not be here. We don't have that vision that, hey, in 10 years, I need to be owning my own business. 5 years, I need to be graduated college. I need to be back on the streets, putting together a business that's going to be for the community. Instead, it's, I need to make me $100,000 this week and put it and go spend it all and show it all and flash it all because this is what count right now. And I get living life in the moment. I understand that.
We've all wanted to do it.
We've all had that.
You know what I'm saying?
But when you start looking at that bigger picture, then you start having kids and say, what do I want my kids to see in 10 years? What do I want for them? Not besides J's, besides a fancy little necklace and a polo shirt. What do I want for them as them seeing me be a man? Because when we on our deathbeds, I promise the last thing we're going to think about is money. It's going to be, what kind of son was I? What kind of brother? What kind of father? What kind of uncle? What kind of employee? What kind of whatever it may be. And that all comes from the relationships. And that's why us getting our men together saying, hey, we're gonna build this bond. We're gonna build this relationship because I want you to trust me because you don't trust anybody else.
Yeah.
You don't trust the world. You don't trust the police. You don't trust your dad. You don't trust the people who left you, your mom. I don't care who it was. We've lost that trust with everything, especially in our black community. And so at some point in time, the first way to amend it is by building that trust, by building relationships.
Yeah.
And that's the key for our young men and why we do what we do every day. It's not going to be flashy. We're not going to be rich. We're not going to see us count $20,000 on Facebook. Maybe somebody bless our game. Yeah. Somebody bless my game. Maybe someday we will, but that's not what we're in it for. And if we get our kids to understand that I got more value in my life than me having $200,000 in the bank by me being there for my kids and me being there every single day and seeing them grow up and teaching them how to be good young men and teaching my daughter that she don't need to be loved by showing everything that she got and talking a certain way and her self-respect. That's not real love. But me showing her those things is way more valuable than any kind of money that I could ever have. Yeah. But what also goes along with that is that our men don't want to work for nobody. Right, every person want to lead.
I hate this whole entrepreneurial. It's cool, right? I like the energy.
I love it.
But it's like a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people. One is really you're just lazy. You don't want to. You have a back work ethic. You don't want somebody telling your ass. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that. Anybody that's had a business, how can you run a business without employees? So it's like, nah. The thing is to have good employees. Like, how can you run a business and there's no employees? You know what I'm saying?
And kids always say they want to work for themselves. But they don't realize that people who work for themselves work 10 times the amount of hours as somebody who don't, who work for somebody else, right? So they think, oh, I can start me a business. Well, your business is going to take you to work 80 hours a week instead of 40 hours a week in order for it to be successful and make money. And so when we have our programs, that's kind of the stuff we talk about is you want to have a successful business. Rappers, I tell rappers all the time, the reason Lil Wayne was great to me when I watched his tour was he had a microphone with him every single second of the day. He did it for at least 8 hours out of the day. If you don't do something for 8 hours a day, you're not going to be good at it.
Yeah, have you ever heard of the 10,000 hour theory? Where it's like it takes 10,000 hours to really become a genius or whatever at whatever you're doing.
Whatever you do. So 3 years of work, in my opinion, like 3 to 4, I always say in my roles, I've been like Boys and Girls Club director and director of like youth programs. The first year, I'm learning what to do. Second year, I'm fixing some of the mistakes. Third years, I'm getting better at it. I'm mastering it, right? So I should know exactly how that program should go, what's going to be the ups and downs, what's the struggles. And a lot of our kids don't have that patience enough to be like, I'm going to go through that, but I want to own my own stuff. But we need to teach our kids to work early. Where is there to work in our community at the age 14 through 17? United Supermarket, Sonic fast food restaurant. And they only got about 10 positions. So the rest of the kids, what are they doing? They trying to fend for themselves. They trying to find rides to go find another job. And so they get to be 18. They don't go to college. Who helping them get to college after 18? Nobody.
It saddens me that I feel like there should be more of the community going to the colleges here. You know what I'm saying? We got people that come from all of the country to come out here to go to school. But I don't see enough of the community, like, you know what I'm saying?
They don't go.
It's not, I don't see it too much.
And the hard part about that is it's a question 22 is you go to the hood and you from the hood and you go to college in Lubbock and you hang with all your hood friends. Guess what you're going to start doing? The stuff your hood friends do.
They don't.
You're going to kick it, play the video game, chill, and you start skipping class, you start missing. So it get hard. It get tough.
And I've been there before. That's why I had to come out here to separate.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to get away from some of those people. But at the same time, you look at having mentors who can teach them how college goes. They've had nobody who really went to college in their lives. And so a lot of our kids don't take their SAT early enough. They don't do those things that are necessary to get to those places. It's structural things. And then you put that on top of not having a work ethic. That kills our young men. Because guess what? You don't need any education. You don't need any real hard work ethic. You don't need even a place to stay in order to go sell drugs.
Right? It's not on the hood.
To go to the street.
I tell people like
nothing.
There's no other business because like people expect everything to be like drugs. And I'm like, there's no other business that you don't need to do anything for it to grow. Like every other business, you're going to grow this business, advertise it. You know what I'm saying? Brand it. You know what I'm saying?
And get out. My thing is, drug dealers could be the best business owners. They know how to market a product. They know how to
keep inventory, all that.
Inventory, they know how to ensure their product safe. They know how to keep up with the clientele. They know how to do all of those things, but they want to stay in it forever. They think this is the only way. So I don't mess with people who got their own hustles, right? So you hustle, you do your thing. That's you putting your life at risk. Yeah. I got respect for that because every day you looking over your shoulder. Every day you got the police on your tail. That is your business. Just don't feel like you got to do it forever because you're not going to get away forever.
Yeah.
Right? From nobody. I don't care what you good at. And it don't take somebody snitching on you, but social media is the worst. They snitch on each other.
Yeah, it's a show culture that we got now. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy.
I got to show what I got, right?
Yeah.
In order for me to be successful, I have to flash $10,000. Now you know I got that. I got to wear a big necklace, and we've learned it from so many athletes. You think about Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. He got a $10 million watch.
Money Mayweather.
How many people's lives would he change with $10 million watch? Right?
Yeah.
If he gave,
I just need $500,000.
Right? If he gave somebody $200,000 to build a house,
let me get $2,000.
He could get 50. He get 50 people. He get 20 people who could build a house for $4 million. Like what? That's crazy. And you think that our culture has been, if you got it, flaunt it. Right? But in reality, you look at somebody like Bill Gates, who has the most money in the world. Look like a regular guy.
You can't tell.
You couldn't even tell him. Like I said, like with Bill Gates, he would look like a random white guy walking through this door. Yeah. Got more money than anything. And our culture has been, if you don't show it, you don't got it. And if you don't have it, act like you got it. Look like you got it.
Or go take it.
Right? Or go take it. And that's the scary part about our young men now is instead of working for it, they'll rather go take it. Instead of doing their own thing for a while and taking the long road, it's what can I get quick? That's why being an athlete is so enticing. That's why being a rapper is so enticing. Because you see big contracts happen real fast. That's why the streets get all those kids who had aspirations to be an athlete, right? You getting this love and encouragement, and people got your back when you playing a sport for them. Right? You go to Escada, that's the beacon for our community. It's the place that every person gonna go. If Escada football game, there's 5,000 people out there against Coronado, the first game, which is crazy. Yeah. But then what happened when them kids stopped playing sports? Who showed them that love? And that's what we have to do as a community is continually love our kids.
Keep fostering
continuing them, showing them value. Because the sport shouldn't make them value, them being a kid make them a value. And we've lost that, so now our kids have this, it's a eat or get ate world, and that's not how it works.
Yeah,
that's not the world we live in. If we already have enough struggles, like we talked about, we have enough things that go wrong in a black man's life. Our struggles shouldn't be against each other, and that's what I need our kids to understand is that we don't walk because we want attention. We walk because we want y'all to know we got y'all backs. Y'all come out there. Y'all come out to the walks.
I like that.
Y'all come out to the walks without guns and say, "Hey, for this hour and a half that we walk our neighborhoods, we got nothing. We dealing with peace. We trying to hear from somebody I ain't talked to in a while, and it could be somebody you know. But during that time, show our neighborhood that we worth more than killing each other. Show our community that we worth more than what the news always say about it, and a stigma that's above us. Because when I went to Tech, that was the first thing they said: don't go to the east side. I'm like, man, why?
That's what I was told too.
Right? That was told. You're going to get robbed, you're going to get stabbed, you're going to get shot. Anything can happen. And I looked up one day and I said, when? That never happens in my community. I don't know that because they never come because they worried. So, man, y'all be careful. Come out to Peace on the East. Every Tuesday, we start at 2808 Parkway Drive. Every Thursday, we hanging out at Butler Park.